Welcome to Reimagining Schools, a podcast by the Edupreneur Academy. My name is Erin Starkey, and today I'm going to be interviewing Baber Habib, who is the co-founder of the Portfolio School in downtown Manhattan. Can you tell us a little bit about your Portfolio School here in New York City?
Yeah, so we're a 5-year-old K-12 program. In fact, actually starts at preschool level. We are very much a project-based learning school. The idea is that we want to have kids have context to what they're learning. And so we focus on academic rigor, but we also focus on them applying what they're learning. And so that the distance between when they learn something and when they, time-wise and physically, when they apply that knowledge is very, very short.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, well, it's a beautiful facility here. Did you guys start here or did you start smaller? How did you begin?
We started small. We had just a 2,000 square foot we want to call it campus space that we rented from a preschool there in Tribeca.
Okay.
And that we started with 7 kids, and 2 years later we kind of grew out of that space and built this one.
Okay, so 7 kids. Did you still have a teacher at that time?
Yes, we had our founding director of teaching and learning, our head of school, and 1 teacher.
Okay, great. And what would you say that parents and students like best about your school?
Yeah, so what parents and kids love about the school. I think the kids love about the school is this idea of application, this idea of sort of integrating projects. One of their favorite ones has been what we call Learning is Delicious, where they build ice cream.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
An ice cream machine, and they'll make 3 flavors of ice cream. And so through that lens of making ice cream and an ice cream machine, they learn about CAD design, they learn about, fractions and how to apply their math skills. They looked at the study, the study sort of cultural significance of ice cream across the world, the commerce of how, when we were first able to make ice at a industrial scale, how do you actually build a commerce, business, full-on business around that. So we looked at all of these different aspects. So kids love that idea of okay, we're gonna take all of this and do something with it. And that's one thing that parents really appreciate as well. They get to see kids not only just learning their math scale or reading and writing scale, but in fact, there's an exhibition at the end of every unit. So they get to see all the work that they did around it, building stuff.
The application, that's great.
The
application. Who would want to make ice cream?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. What early challenges did you face when starting at school?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there is a number of challenges. If you're building, putting a school together in a city like New York, where real estate is a big concern.
Right.
That was a big concern. Hiring the right people, who's going to be in your team. Both myself and my co-founder, we were not, our background was not education. We were never in schools, except for when we were in schools.
Right.
And so it was, from getting the space, getting the teachers, getting the check marks from the state. There are a number of things that have to line up for you to actually then open the school and have kids in. And I think, my sort of suggestion to anybody who's thinking about that is that, there's going to be a number of challenges, and it depends on exactly what, specifically you're looking to do.
Right.
But, if you break it down into smaller pieces, really understand what that specific problem you're trying to solve, then they're mostly solvable. We started to look into building a school January of 2016, and we opened in September, and everybody told us it'll take you 2 years to do it. And so you have to sort of take that with a grain of salt.
Right.
When you keep at it.
Yeah. Were there any specific kind of resources that you found or things that were helpful to kind of get past those challenges that you faced that stand out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are folks who are looking to help you. What we found was that both the DOE of the city's DOE, the Department of Education, as well as the State Department, was very helpful. We were able to, you reach the right person and they're willing to help you, figure it out. I would also say if you have the funds, invest in a good lawyer who will help you sort of like navigate the paperwork around, opening a school. There's quite a bit of paperwork and stuff. So make sure that that's not something that, you're skimping on. I mean, I think it's worth it to have a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Somebody who's helpful. And then I would say there is one other piece is that we have a network of schools called Innovative Schools Cooperative, ISC. So check out their website also. There are a bunch of schools that are sort of very ready to help entrepreneurs.
Found some other people that are farther along in the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you really help.
Yeah, great. Was there anything specific that you wish you would have known then that you know now when you were getting started?
That's a great question. Like a million things that I wish I'd known. I think it's nothing like I wouldn't say anything specific comes to mind. But just understanding, I think one thing to understand really is like what kind of school philosophy you really are going for. What is sort of your mission of the school, and making sure that all stakeholders, your team, your students, your parents, families, everybody kind of understands what that is.
Right. The new entrepreneur starting in school.
I think my advice would be just, it's very exciting. It's very worthwhile because it's such an amazing thing to see that, when the kids are there, they're learning to do something great around that. I think it's just perseverance. It's key there. Like in any startup. I think it's just key.
Yeah, understanding that there's going to be problems and that you can find people to help you solve those, or
exactly. Yes.
Work until you find them.
Yep.
What are your plans for the school in the future? I know we talked a little bit about kind of your visions for networking, creating more schools.
So what we wanted, right off the bat, my co-founder Doug and I, we wanted to build something which would not just be like, a school in Manhattan in New York City, but how do you take this and really scale it up? This kind of education, how do you scale it up? I think a lot of people have talked about project-based learning, applied learning, but how do you do it where parents can see, okay, what kind of progress my child is making, both academically, socially, like application-wise and stuff, right? So how do teachers feel good about this kind of work that they're doing, and projects and very immersive units can be frustrating at times for the educator as well. How do you keep them more motivated? How do you build sort of like enough structure around it that they feel successful? So our idea is to scale it, is to have multiple campuses of our own. We want to also have certain online programs around it as well, but also help other entrepreneurs as well. So that is part of our mission, so that our curriculum piece, our professional development piece for teachers, all of those components, we want to see how that can actually have a bigger impact on the campus.